Hi guys, so we're looking at page 159 today. So writing one number as a percentage of another. Okay, so out of a class of 30 children, 3 were absent on Friday. What percentage of the class was absent? Okay, so we can write this as a fraction, as in 3 over 30. So 3 out of the 30, out of a class of 30 were absent. Okay, and we know that 3 over 30 can be broken down to a simpler fraction into 1 over 10. So we can change this to a percentage in two ways, okay? So we're going to use the fraction method, okay? So we know that 1/10 of 100% equals to 10%, okay? So we know that 1/10 as a fraction is equal to 10%, okay? If we didn't break it down into a smaller fraction and we had 3 over 30 multiplied by 100 over 1, we could simply break it down here and get 10%, okay? So 1 by 100 is 100, 10 by 1 is 10, and it equals to 10%. But we know from looking at the fraction 1/10 that that is 10%, okay? So 10% of the children in the class were absent on Friday, 3 out of 30. If we go down here and look at question 1, write the following as percentages. So we have, I'm going to do A and B with you. So for A, we have 4 out of 20. So let's make a scenario out of it. If I got 4 out of 20 questions correct in my maths test, what percentage would I get in my maths test? So I got 4 questions out of 20 right. So what percentage would I get right? So to do that, we would put 4 over 20 and make it into a fraction. So 4 out of 20. Can we break 4 out of 20 down? Let's have a look over here. So 4 out of 20 is equal to 4 over 20 is equal to 1/5. Okay, so 4 over 20 is equal to 1/5. What did I do? I found a number that would divide into 4 and 20 evenly. So that was 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 20 divided by 4 is 5. So 1/5. Now, most of you know that 1/5 as a percentage is percent. Okay, you know that. But how do we work it out? We multiply 1/5 by 100 over 1, okay, and it equals to 100 over 5. When we divide 100 by 5, we get 20%. Okay, most of you will know that 1/5 equals 20%. So you should be able to work that out without doing the calculation. Okay, but it's always good to do the calculation. Now let's have a look at B. 5 out of 200. Okay, so, or sorry, 50 out of 200. So what percentage would 50 be out of 200? So let's do scenario if there was 50 boys absent from all of the total amount of boys in 6th class. Okay, so there's 200 boys in 6th class, that's 100%, and 50 of the boys were absent. So how many of the boys in 6th class were absent? Okay, so 50 out of 200. What percentage is that? Okay, so let's have a look. 50 over 200 is going to be our fraction. Okay, so we've got 50 out of 200. So 50 over 200 is going to be our fraction. Can you identify what 50 over 200 is? Yes, you've guessed it. We can divide 50 by 50 and get 1. Divide 200 by 50 and we get 4. So 1/4. Now we all know that what 1/4 is as a fraction, but let's just verify it. So we have 1/4 multiplied by 100 over 1 is equal to 100 over 4, which is equal to 25%. Okay, so I want you to work away from C to L today. Remember, guys, that you are breaking it down into the smallest fraction possible. Okay, so when you're moving on to 18 out of 30 for question C, okay, you're putting 18 over 30 and you're breaking it down to the smallest fraction, multiplying by 100 over 1, which will give you the percentage. Okay, similarly with all of these questions, you can break them all down. Okay, so have a look. So this one will be 48 over 75. Can you find a number that will go into 48 and 75 evenly? Okay, break it down. Same with 120 over 160, same with 210 over 50, same with 63 over 90, and so on, so on. Okay. So have a go at those, guys, and we'll have a look at those on our Google Meet today as well. Okay, thank you.